Hey guys, Project Zodiac here. I'm back with another video, and this is another unboxing. It's something I'm very excited for. I got a lot to say about this particular album. As you guys can see, it is an album. But not as much as I did before because this is kind of a reissue, and I've already unboxed first one earlier, a few months ago. Again, I'll explain all of that a little bit later. But right before we get into the unboxing, just a quick disclaimer. I've been sick for about 2 weeks now. Thankfully, most of this week I've been recovering a lot quicker and a lot better. Today I'm about 80% better. But I'm still a little dizzy and I'm still coughing a bit. So if I do cough, I do apologize. And I'm also sorry for my voice sounding raspy as well because of how it is right now with all the coughing. Also, my dog does have to stay in my room today. I do apologize for that. So if you hear my dog walking around and he's shaking or anything like that, I'm sorry. But with all that said, let's just get into this. Now, I was thinking about not keeping it in the shipping box. It came in a bag, honestly, a shipping bag, so there's no labels on it. But yeah, I was thinking about taking it off of this, but I wanted to keep it on just to show you guys this and give you guys my full like experience as I unbox this, because it's something I'm really excited for. But yeah, this is, as you guys can see, it's kind of bent, and I'm a little bit worried about the structure of the inside of this because of how bent this is, considering this is an album. So we'll take a look. So there's a couple of other things other than this album we're gonna take a look at as well. So let's just get started. Make sure there's no slip inside. Okay, I don't see anything. So as you guys can see, and of course by the title of the video, this is Daft Punk's 10th anniversary for Random Access Memories, one of my all-time favorite albums. I did unbox this particular version of it earlier, and I also did kind of like a mini retrospective of the past 10 years in my relationship with this particular album. So it is a kind of a long video, but if you want to watch it and then listen to me talk kind of like as a podcast on it, that'll be pretty cool. It's very sentimental for me, so I definitely hope you guys watch that. I'm not going to be unboxing this particular thing, this particular copy of the album on this video, because I already did that. So what this video is about is this right here, this very strange, awesome, weird release of the particular album. As you guys can see, this is Daft Punk's Random Access Memories. However, it's the Drumless edition, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's just get rid of this box here real quick. So yeah, this is the Drumless edition. Now, you're probably wondering if I already have the 10th anniversary edition, which does include a bunch of new things as well here on the back. You guys can see me. Which does include a bunch of new things as well. The reason why this came is because Daft Punk did something that I'm pretty annoyed about, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But I had to buy this a second time, and so you're basically wondering what, so I now have two copies of this? No. When I bought this particular set, because this was a set that came with some extra stuff, I gave the 10th anniversary album to one of my friends. This friend also loved this album a lot. He has a record player, but he never had just the base album. So I just said, well, hey, I need to get this particular set anyway, and it's going to come with a duplicate. I don't need a duplicate. So here you go. So I gifted it to my friend. So yeah, that's why I have a duplicate of this, but it's no longer a duplicate, but we're not unboxing this here. So this is the Drumless edition, and there's a lot we got to talk about this over here. But I had to buy this particular set, the one that comes with the Random Access 10th anniversary edition and the Drumless edition, because it is the only way that you can get some exclusive slipcovers. And so we got those here. So I think that you could have gotten a slipcover with one of them, with just the regular release. I think there was a version with it, but it only came with like one. I think it came with this one, and this is exactly how it came. I just pulled this out of the bag not too long ago. So it's pretty interesting how this is all, how they packaged this. But yeah, so we got this particular slipcover, and I think there was a bundle that comes with the drumless version and this. However, they were not selling slipcovers by themselves, and there was two other slipcovers that was exclusive only to this particular bundle that comes with Ram Drumless Edition, Ram 10 on vinyl, and then 3 slipcovers. I really don't know why they did that. Obviously, they knew people wanted to buy the slipcovers, so I don't know why they just didn't sell it separately, instead of forcing us to buy months later another copy of Ram 10 on vinyl. But you know, at least it worked out on my case, but I know for some other people they're stuck with 2 Ram 10s now, so it's kind of annoying for them, and I do apologize. Also, you know, you already bought 1 copy, so now you're buying another one, so you spend extra money. But yeah, we'll take a look at these in a little bit. And it kind of sucks because the CD isn't included, so I had to buy the CD separately, I believe. And I think that this is the CD, because this was shipped along with it. I mean, it's the only thing that's missing, so it has to be in here. So we'll take a look at this last. I do have the CD for the Ram 10, and I unboxed that in the Ram 10 unboxing. For that particular video, it's going to be in the link below. So definitely check out my Ram 10 unboxing. So again, this is not going to be as long as that, so let's just go straight into this. We've got this beautiful artwork of Ram Access Memories, the Drumless Edition. And as you can see over here, it says the Drumless Edition, Daft Punk. And it comes with 2 180-gram vinyls, so that's pretty cool. Daft Punk, Random Access Memories, Drumless Edition. And then just so that you guys can take a look over here, obviously the regular versions don't say Daft Punk Random Access Memories, but the 10th anniversary says 10th anniversary edition. So let's just take a look at the back. We've got all of the base album songs. So unfortunately, this does not include any of the 10th anniversary songs, which is really, really upsetting because a lot of those songs are amazing. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So let's just go straight into this. But yeah, just so that for those of you that don't watch the Ram 10 unboxing that I did, Random Access Memories is one of my all-time favorite albums. Literally like one of my all-time favorite albums. And to celebrate the 10 years of it, it's amazing for me. And it's kind of interesting that Daft Punk decided to go this route, and we'll talk a little bit about that, but wow, this is interesting. So this particular artwork feels very texturized, right? It looks very like grainy. It feels very atmospheric in a way. And honestly, I was not really expecting this, but the cardboard itself, or for the record sleeve itself, the album cover itself, it feels different. I don't know if it's just me, but for me, really, this does feel different. This does not feel glossy. It feels a little bit matte. It feels like there's a little bit of a texture. Ooh, this is interesting. There is a texture on the robot helmets. Yeah, there is. Right over here, you can see that lip right there. That's interesting because no other version of this album on vinyl has this little raised helmet. I really like that. That's pretty cool. It would have been cool if Random Access Memories was written or raised a little bit too. It's not, but I like that it's not. I like that just the robot helmets are raised. This is really, really cool. So honestly, when I first saw this, I thought that this was a meme. I'm not exaggerating. I actually opened up YouTube one day and then I just saw this particular picture, and then I think it was Motherboard, which was the first single that they released for this edition. And I'm like, drumless? Why would a fan do a drumless edition? I don't know. I literally had that thought. I'm like, so a fan made a drumless edition? Okay, why is this showing up on my feed randomly? I didn't even notice the channel that uploaded it. I just thought it was a fan thing. And then A few hours pass, I'm scrolling through Reddit, maybe about like 2 hours pass at the most. I'm just scrolling through Reddit, and then I see um, on the Daft Punk subreddit official random. Actually, no, it was on Discord. I got the official Daft Punk Discord notification. It's like Drumless edition. I'm like, wait, what? And then I open it up, and I was expecting something totally different. And I'm like, wait, this is that same artwork that I saw. So that thing was real. They're actually making a Drumless thing. What? So I was really, really confused because again, I thought it was a fan made thing, and a fan did eventually make their own version. I didn't hear that. Um, they released it before the official one released. It was kind of interesting for them to release Motherboard as the first single, but anyway, I just love how textured this is. But you're definitely going to be able to see over here the ring for the vinyl pretty easily. And so yeah, you're definitely gonna have to be careful with this because it's it can get dirty pretty quickly. Also, I thought that this was gonna, like, in the pictures it looks kind of like a more beige white color, and in person it does kind of look like that, but it kind of looked a little bit more saturated, I suppose. But the helmets always for me looked, actually no, the helmets looked the right color. I'm confusing it with something else. The slip mat, looked like it was going to be this particular color, this sandy beige color. But no, it's gray. So I'm not sure why they went with the gray one, but yeah, it's interesting. So I'm kind of having like, I remember seeing this helmet as being that grayish white color, but on the album work it looks sandy, and in person it looks sandy as well. So it's a little confusing with the colors, but I do love this artwork a lot. It's very minimalistic in a way, whereas as opposed to this, it feels like they're vulnerable, like they're a memory. This is like their ghost, you know. So like the original Ram looks like it's actually them, like the robot, the futuristic robots, you know. And then this looks like it's their ghost, whereas this just looks like it's their legacy, if that makes any sense. This looks like a very like nice luxury sofa kind of thing, like that you would kind of see, you know, like the inside of luxury cars. That's what this kind of feels and looks like. Very minimalistic, very well textured, and a beautiful kind of beige sandy color. I love it. And I also love that this here kind of looks like it was written with like a Sharpie. You can even see like the ink fading as well, so that's pretty cool. Same thing here on the back. So yeah, I mean, I've been talking for like 4 minutes about just this particular artwork, but this is amazing. I love this particular artwork. It definitely feels like it's, you know, the accumulation of their work. Like, this is it, here you go, this is our legacy. Whereas this again feels like it's their memory, their, you know, spirit. And this feels like it's their you know, their legacy being reflected in a new way as like a master piece, like an art piece, I think is the best way to go about that. So it's definitely interesting for sure. But anyway, we've talked enough about that. Let's go in. Ooh, so I never saw the inside of this. So this is really different. The Ram 10 had the same inside gatefold as the regular Ram album. I still don't like how this thing is upside down. I really don't, and I don't understand why they keep putting it upside down. I feel like this is how it should be. So I don't know why they put it upside down. But again, it's like this in the original ever since it released in 2013, and it's like this in the Ram 10 version as well. So let's take a look over here. Again, I just love this. This is so beautiful. And I'm glad that like the schematics and everything is still present, but you can see a little bit more clearly because it's not just on a black background. So it's pretty nice. Again, fantastic quality paper. So we had Guiman and here's Thomas, their helmets. And all right. And sadly, there's no special logo over here. I do have the the RAM box set, and I think that the logo for that is colored. I wish that for the RAM 10 it would have been something like a different color as well, and for here a different color as well, but sadly it's not. I'm not gonna pull this out other than this particular one. So again, it's just 2 records. I'm gonna definitely be replacing this for something a little bit better. So yeah, they went like all out with this. This is other than the inner sleeve, but this is so cozy. And that's the interesting thing. When I heard it in full, again, Motherboard was not the best album, or sorry, not the best song. I just want to see if there's anything else included in here. Nope. Then we just got the other disc over here. Motherboard was not the best song to include as the first single for this. And then they released, which one was it? Beyond. And I think that that worked so well as a drumless edition. And a lot of people felt like this was a scam as in like a ripoff, like it was a money grab. But they never really made a statement about it. The official Daft Punk Discord did confirm that this is an idea that came from Guiman and Thomas. It's not something that came from the record label. It's not something that was forced on them. This is something that they wanted to release, like actual Daft Punk wanted to release. So a lot of people were confused why they went this way. Why didn't we get an instrumental version, which I would have loved? Or even, I don't know, like just something different, like a whole like extra EP. I mean, we kind of got an extra EP technically with the bonus songs here, but like we could have gone more. I don't know, like they could have just done something else. I personally would have preferred a instrumental version of Random Access Memories, and they could have kept the same artwork. Again, this artwork is so cozy, it's so textured, it's so good. But I personally would have preferred RAM 10. The RAM 10 kind of thing, like having additional things and maybe have instrumentals. Like, honestly, I would have even preferred like an ultimate collector's edition, which is like all of the songs that was released in RAM 10, all of the songs from the base album, instrumentals, and like the Get Lucky remix, like everything all like in multiple vinyls, like a new box set. That's what I really would have wanted. That includes all the songs on as instrumentals. I would have loved that. But what we got was the drumless edition. So a lot of people felt like this was them trying to just like end it with Columbia, which is the record label for Random Access Memories that they released the album under, because apparently they had a 3-album contract with them and they only released Random Access Memories, and then 10 years later, well, hey, let's just celebrate the 10th anniversary. We'll release RAM 10, that's the 2nd album, and then, you know, let's just release this as a 3rd album just so we're done with that contract. A lot of people felt like it was like that. So it felt like it was just something to get out there to, put aside and just get money because they knew it was going to sell, and just because of they wanted to be done with the contract. Or they felt like it was just the studio itself trying to make money off of it. But nope, it was Daft Punk who really wanted to do this. And honestly, it's sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I had to cough. But honestly, it's not really the case. Yes, this is probably to make that 3rd album contract be validated. But I think the reasons that most people assume, other than those, is probably a more likely scenario along with the 3-album contract. That second concept as to why people think that this got released as a drumless edition is because they wanted DJs and fans to be able to make their own remixes a lot easier and smoother. And a lot of actual DJs have said, like, yeah, after Drumless Edition released, it's been so easy to mix tracks with these and remix these and all of that. So it does seem like this is more for hardcore collectors of Daft Punk and fans of Daft Punk, and also for DJs. So it's important to keep that in mind when you're hearing this or buying this. But I'll give my overall thoughts on this in a moment. Let's just quickly take a look at the slip covers. So again, this is the one that you could get as a bundle with this. As you can see, this is like a gray white, and then this is a sandy beige color. So it's coming off more white on the camera, but in person it's like a pale sandy color, so that's pretty cool. Then we got like a sticker bar over here. So then we got this. This is something I was super excited for, but when I just saw this, like, I got so disappointed, like in person, because this looks so cheaply put together. For comparison, here is the one from the Alive 1997-2007 box set, and this glows in the dark. Like, this font looks so good. It's more rigid. This is just cloth. But yeah, you can see, like, on the camera, this is looking pretty good, but in person, it's so low res. I don't really know why. I also do think this could have been moved up a little bit more. So yeah, this is the wrong color, but I don't mind this. This looks pretty cool. This is a little low res. And then for some reason, the third one got shipped in this bag. The other two did not. So let's just quickly remove it. And then this is of the robot helmets. It would have been cool if it was just the colored helmets or as well. Sadly, there is no colored helmets for this. And no sticker here, but there is a sticker here on the back for this one as well. But yeah, I feel like this is a little bit stretched out. Let's just compare it here. Yeah, like the top for it looks a little stretched out. I'm not complaining too much. I am complaining, but I'm still like very grateful and glad that I do have this, because this looks fantastic. But I do think the proportions of this was a little stretched out, but the print for it does look a little bit better than the Daft Punk logo. But yeah, so that's the slip mats. And I'll show you guys how these look on my turntable as well. Let's just quickly take a look at this. So overall, what do I think about this particular album or release of the album? Honestly, when I first heard it, I was like, oh wow, this is like a peach sandy color. This is yeah, you can even see that. That's really interesting how the colors are all over the place with this one. Like online, it looks a little different. In person, it looks a little bit different with the vinyl. The CD looks a little bit different. The slip mat looks a little bit different. It's really interesting. But so yeah, what do I think about this? Again, I gave you guys my initial thoughts when I first heard about this. But overall, after I heard it, I was like, you know what? This works. I actually like it. I was like very, very confused with a couple of the songs. I'm like, something is missing here. Like, I know I knew I was listening to the Drumless version. And yeah, same things here. Like, obviously I knew I was listening to the Drumless version, but I'm like, there's so much more texture on this. Like, that's why this is like so perfect and fitting for it, because there really is so much more texture when you're hearing it. It's really hard to explain. And honestly, I gotta agree with the marketing. It kind of does give it a little bit more of a timeless feel to it. I know a lot of people were joking, like, next they're going to release the synthless version. Next they're going to release the instrumental version. Next they're going to release the guitarless version. So there's been a lot of like jokes about this particular release, but yeah, no, I do gotta agree with the marketing when they said it does give the album a pretty timeless feel. Like I said, it gives it that luxury, like, sofa, that luxury living room, that luxury car interior where it's all beige and cozy and like um, classy in a way. Like it never gets old. You know, it looks good in the 50s and the 40s, and it's gonna look good in like the year 3000 or 2000. I don't know, 800. I don't know. It's just a look that always works. And the vibe of the music really fits that as well. And here we have this with Drumless Edition written on there. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I really liked it. There was a few moments where I was like, okay, yeah, this song works with the drums a little bit more, but I still love the song. And then in some cases, I'm like, oh crap, this sounds maybe almost a little bit better without the drums. Like I'm so impressed. And then some, it's just like, okay, it didn't really change too much. But one big thing that I have to complain about is they removed the click on Giorgio Moroder. And I keep forgetting, is that, sorry, Giorgio by Moroder. And I don't understand why they removed the click. I didn't even know that the click was a drum. So when I heard it, I'm like, where's my click? Why is there no click? And because like literally it's like biggest like build up there. It's like my name is Giovanni Giorgio, but everyone calls me Giorgio. Wait, is that how that lyrics go? Hold on. I'm trying to remember now. Sorry, right before that, he says, so we put the click on the 24 track and synced it to the Moog modular. And then he just talks about the click, and then you keep hearing a little click, and then he goes and he says, my name is Giovanni Giorgio, but everyone calls me Giorgio. Literally, like, they removed the click, the little do like beat, and I thought that that was a synth. I thought that that was like a metronome kind of thing. I had no idea that it was an actual like drum thing. So when I was hearing that, I'm just like, this feels wrong. I need that click back on here. So that one song is the one that I do complain about the most, but everything else really worked. Honestly, I am impressed with this release. I think that this is fantastic. I really, really love it. It gives it a very timeless classic feel. And at the same time, like, um, it's just so well done. And to hear it in this different way, it's almost like a different universe version of it. It's so good. Instrumentals, I suppose you can kind of say the same thing. And again, I still wish we had an instrumental version of this album, but it wouldn't really feel like it's an alternate universe thing because it's just the vocals that's missing. Everything else is still there. But when you take out a very important instrument, you're just like, okay, it feels like I'm on a different planet right now because, or a different reality or a different world or universe because I swear there was drums on this song. You know, like if you didn't realize, like if you're just with a friend and they don't even know about this release and they like Daft Punk and you just randomly start playing a song and you're like, they're gonna be very confused, you know. So you could probably prank them or make a joke with them about this if they didn't realize that they're gonna be really confused. It's like, did I slip into a different dimension? Is this the Twilight Zone? What's going on? So yeah, I kind of liked it a lot, honestly, a lot more than I thought I would. I'm definitely gonna be playing this after, not right now. I want to listen to Ram 10 and then listen to this as well. Um, but let's just to wrap this up. Let me show you guys how the Slipmax look on my turntable, and then I'll get all of my Random Access Memories vinyl out. So this is the Alive 1997-2007 box set version, and I almost never keep that. Honestly, it's been a few years since I put that on. Normally, I just keep the regular leather Fluence one that came with my turntable. But let's go and put the other ones on. So then we have this one. Honestly, this looks pretty cool. I like how it looks on the turntable more than the one that we just looked at before. I just wish that this was a better quality image print, but let's go on to the next. And then we got the helmets, which on the turntable, it looks better than just loose. Even though I said it's a little bit longer than I think it should be on the turntable, it actually works. So I kind of take my complaint a little bit back because this works. I actually kind of like it a lot. Not sure if I think I would keep the logo, the glass logo over this, but this works really, really well. And then we have the classy one. Again, even this makes it look so classy. I just don't think that the way it is matches very well with the wood grain of my turntable, but it works so good in general. Like this is so classy. Um, so when I play that one, I'm gonna definitely be having it here. So I think when I play Ram 10, I'm gonna have either the glass helmet or the glass logo. And then for this one, when I play Drumless, I'm gonna have this mat on, just because. So let's just quickly get all of the albums out that I have for Random Access Memories. So here we have everything on vinyl format. Random Access Memories 1, like the original release. Then we got the box set. This was one of my biggest streams with music related stuff. Like as soon as this was announced, I always wanted it, and I thank God so much because I was able to get this. I think it was in 2019. And literally like a few months after I bought this, it was removed from their website. So I guess they finished selling everything soon after. Um, so I really thank God so much for this. My biggest complaint is obviously they don't have the Get Lucky remix included on the vinyl. I wish they would. And the Jojo Moroder interview isn't the whole interview because I mean that's multiple hours of interview with them, with him. But it would have been cool if we had a little bit longer of interview included in that. Obviously, I also know that uh, the files on it are corrupted with the USBs that they're included, but I was able to contact the company and they were able to send me the files itself, and I put the file I reformatted the USB drives and I added the correct clean files so it's no longer corrupted. Because I think most people had a corrupted USB files. So yeah, but if you had bought this, contacted the company, they would have sent you the files and you could have just added them to the USB drives. So that is all fixed. Again, I wish we had extended version. We don't, but and I also don't like how dirty the box gets so quickly. Like these smudges, like this has just been sitting protected away from the sun. It doesn't collect dust or anything like that, but just a small like little touch on it, you can already see like these things. So it's a little bit annoying, but maybe one day I'll unbox this and talk about it, but in better detail. But yeah, there's a couple of things I wish they would have done a little bit different, but I still thank God so much for this. This was one of the biggest reasons why I even always wanted a record player. I mean, I always wanted one before, but when this was announced, I really wanted a record player. So 6 years later, after dreaming for so long, I finally got it. So I thank God so much for this, um, especially because it's super expensive now. So then we got RAM 10. I also just noticed, so I did remove it from the shrink wrap and everything for this, but I did notice that the bottom is a little beat up, which is a little upsetting, but then we got the inside. And then obviously the last one, the Drumless edition. So like looking at this, it's kind of like it's them, it's their big celebration, and then it's like they retired, they left. This is their spirit, and here's some additional things to celebrate all of this. And then over here is like this is their legacy, like I mentioned before. But when I look at it like this now, it's also kind of like it's them up in heaven, or like relaxing in the spiritual world. Just given the contrast between this, like this is like here in the material world we're seeing them as a spirit, and then here it's like them in the spiritual world. Given the black and white contrast for this, it's very interesting. I just kind of noticed that's pretty cool. But yeah, this is my unboxing for the Drumless edition. Again, this is one of my all-time favorite albums, and this album just means so much to me. Literally, I'm gonna be playing Ram 10 and Drumless back to back this weekend, probably tomorrow, because today's Thursday. So this just arrived today. Another complaint I had with this is this was released back in November. It's now January 4th, and so many people did not get their order because it was so backlogged for some reason for months. And I ordered this back in October, and the album released in November. So I have no idea why it was so backlogged for so long. Uh, but thankfully it arrived today. Everything arrived today. So I'm very grateful for that. Um, it's just very, very impressive to see this legacy. And again, this is one of my all-time favorite albums. Would I have wanted them to go out celebrating Random Access Memories 10th anniversary with a new box set, as I mentioned earlier? Yes, 100%. I think including maybe the drumless version with the instrumental version would have been amazing. And all of the songs that's included here with the EP. I think having those versions would definitely make this stand out more in a new box set with extra things as well. So, and then like maybe it could even have a slot if you own Ram 10 or the original. I don't know. I personally think they could have, for the third release, still have done drumless, but including it in a box set with instrumentals, with a whole bunch of other things to celebrate the 10th anniversary. But that's just me. Still, what we got is classy. It's fantastic. I love it. It's weird, but it works. So definitely go listen to this. It's definitely like an alternate universe kind of thing. And it's just so, so good. Again, just celebrate Ram 10. It would have been nice if they did add the bonus songs, but it's all right. So let me know what you guys think about this release, guys. I think, we're not done with Daft Punk Random Access Memories yet. I think I will eventually do a video on this particular box set. Eventually, I don't know when. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I was going to give a couple of updates, but this video is already pretty long. Those updates being like some channel updates and things I'm working on for it. But yeah, we'll leave that for a different video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Random Access Memories Drumless Edition, and which version do you prefer. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.